echo in the canyon, a reflection on the sound. When I'm really looking, I can hear you all around.
That's cool. Welcome to the art of poetry. Yes. And I want to welcome you in a very special way today because it's April 1st. Oh, of course. It's our April Fool's show. Oh, yes. And now I'm going to stand up for a proper opening, an introduction, as well as...
So I should stand up too?
No.
No?
Not yet.
Okay.
But we're
Okay.
having fun already, so much that I want to say it's a full moon today. Got to keep that in mind. There will be some verses titled The Full Moon. About the half of the show, we take a 3-minute break, so you can always run to the kitchen and come back. But don't miss anything today. Oh, I am a real strange old character, and I'm reprising my personality from the last show, which was a children's show. And it was so much fun that here I am again. I am, to introduce myself again, Dr. Wrinkly Crinkly Emeritus, owner of the Emporium and Magic Shop, to which we invite you today to listen, enjoy, and take some verses away. So thank you very much. I have on my left, your right, a very special gentleman who's been on before. His name is Mr. Alex Stein. He's a wonderful international tutor, and he's not too far away in Brantford. And I'm thrilled to have you again.
Well, thank you for having me.
Especially today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
And I like our set today with a little brighter colors. And now we can tune in our wonderful new technology to travel all the way to St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, Dr. Victor Bonowitz, thank you again. You're my mainstay, my co-producer, my co-host, my definitely my co-brain for so many things.
I just read stuff.
You just read stuff. You just read stuff. You're so modest, and that's the joy of it. So, are you coming through loud enough?
I can hear you.
Thank
Can you hear me? Good.
We can hear you much better now. Thank you so very much. So, sadness before joy. And there's a lot to be sad about these days. Started as a sunny day, but then rapidly, as most days do in New England, declined into clouds and gloom. And not to mention the societal gloom and so on. We won't get too deeply into that because this is an April Fool's show, and we want to get the joy going. So I'm going to start with a quick poem, I'm going to limit myself to one, and then our guests will follow in tandem, hopefully, in disparate ways. You know, it's all synchronicity. It's what the associations are and the expressions that bring up other sensations that we are open to in this show. You've seen us now this is the 59th show of The Art of Poetry. This iteration, there were 40 before on Poetry of Immigrants. So we're going to hit our 100th, and I'm happy with that. Thank you, Victor. You're such a stalwart partner. And oh, Alex, you are a lively guest. Most welcome. And I have a display table here, which I would like to ask you to read the next few, and this one too. So here's two for you. And let's see, Victor, you're all set. But I want to open with now into the joy. That was a quick trip. This is so special. This is a title poem, Ed's Place, A Green Dragonfly on My Hat. Now, Ed's Place is just down the road. It's a little by the Waterway coffee shop and restaurant. And I tend to write poems at watering holes. I have a whole book of bar poems, but here's for you if you're in Westbrook. Ed's Place, a green dragonfly on my hat. Swarms of sweet yellow jackets kissing my coffee cup and me. Clusters of bunkers jumping in shafts of sunlight on spin cycle. Postcards shining North American green-ringed necked wood ducks, squawking in nasal mating calls, crusty sand crabs clumping and dry humping, piling up the beach. Don't relax too much, Victor. Some guffaws are coming, I hope. Cruisy kayakers near shore in amber ochre rosy glow last day of September. Crafty fishhawks hungry all day fly low, skirting the salt marshes cat o' nine tails. That's the first stanza. And the next we'll have to wait until the guests are satisfied with their expressions. Dear Victor, two short ones, please.
About the same length as yours? Well, how about the immortal Dorothy Parker?
Hey, yeah.
She wrote one called Coda, and it came with a picture of herself, so if we could see that on screen, that'd be fine. We can manage that. And in the spirit of that, how nice that April Fool's Day falls right in the middle of that lugubrious season called Holy Week. Definitely lightens things up.
You got that right.
And in that spirit,
Oh, yes.
I will proceed first of all with this one innocuous but dread weapon. One of the things that drove Kristi Noem from office, the Minnesota ice whistle. That's the signal. And Dorothy Parker's Coda, we could see that on screen. I provided the visual. If not, I'll just read it. It's funny in a lugubrious way. There's little in taking or giving. There's little in water or wine. This living was never a project of mine. Oh, hard is the struggle, and sparse is the gain of the one at the top. For art is a form of catharsis, and love is a permanent flop, and work is the province of cattle, and rests for a clam in a shell. So I'm thinking of throwing the battle. Would you kindly direct me to hell?
Victor, I have a surprise for you. Dorothy Parker is here.
That would be frightening.
Can you believe it? It's frightening, but it's possible. Dorothy, dear. Oh, my dear, you've returned again.
I have.
You have.
Happy Poetry Month, and of course, Happy Fool's Day.
Happy April Fools to you, my dear. We are dear friends. This is, a dear friend you remember.
I love the jester always. We always love and it's also Hat Day.
It truly is.
Hat Day.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to borrow it.
Thank you.
He's not a hat man. Oh, good. You
He
perfect.
doesn't need a hat.
No, he doesn't.
Perfectly
Yes.
perfect.
Yes, and his complexion is so much better than earlier when it was green. We changed the lights for you.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
even though you have green on. Dear Sandra Yanone, the current very active poet laureate of Old Sabre, Connecticut, and she is here just suddenly. My dear friend in the writers group Tuesdays, keep that hat going. Don't take that hat off, man.
Do not take that hat off.
Do not take that
It's
hat
Hat
off.
Day.
It's hat day.
me?
Oh, yeah.
Getting warm.
And he is a sweet guy. His name is Ed Shumway. And he has gone from 0 to 100 miles an hour with the most wonderful expression of poetry and verse that he learned in 3 months on his own after discovering the joys of verse. He wrote this: "A poet named Frank took a swim. It gave him such vigor and vim. He was having such fun in the surf and the sun. It's keeping him healthy and trim." Not quite. Frank read a poem of a kitten that Mary Oliver had recently written. He read with such zest, it's really the best. He's obviously totally smitten. A poet named Frank has a show where ideas of poetry flow, hosting talented guests, sharing poetry quests, and helping their art farm to grow. Oh, I almost said art farm. I love that.
I thought you were also maybe going to say to flow. I
better.
thought of flow.
I will
and
tell Ed.
I like grow.
But a flow and show and grow. Oh yeah, he's got a pattern here that he taught himself.
You know, he's such an extraordinary example of a person who just like arrives at poetry when they're ready.
When they're ready.
When they're ready. And they don't necessarily know they're ready, but then there they are. And they're open. That's what I really love about his work.
Thank you. I'll tell him.
Yeah, please do. Please. Well, you know, if he watches the program, he'll have heard me say that to him. So
I don't really know if these folks do watch it, but I'm hoping.
I guess there's no accounting for knowing. There's no accounting for knowing who watches, who doesn't. But let's hope.
Let's hope. I'm thrilled you're here.
Thank you.
Victor is in the middle of his celebration of Dorothy Parker.
What's not to celebrate?
What's not to celebrate? Oh, I loved what you read. Could you read it again?
Which one? The one I just did?
Oh, listen,
Oh,
I forget them
sound.
all the time. Anywhere you pick up is just beautiful with
Coda?
Dorothy.
How about the veteran? That's got a picture of Dorothy on it.
Oh, better. And you sent that visually?
I sent that to Emily, yeah.
Oh,
We
good.
could see,
Maybe Emily
The
can,
Veteran by Dorothy Parker.
Maybe Emily can pop it up.
There,
She's
that's
done it.
That's it.
Oh,
She's done it.
Oh,
I
my
love
dear
that picture of
Emily.
her.
Yeah. I'm in
When I
love
was
with her.
young- Shall I read it?
Please
Okay.
do.
When I was young and bold and strong, oh, right was right and wrong was wrong. My plume on high, my flag unfurled, I rode away to right the world. Come out, you dogs, and fight, said I, and wept. There was but once to die. But I am old, and good and bad are woven in a crazy plaid. I sit and say the world is so, and he is wise who lets it go. Battle lost, a battle won. The difference is small, my son. Inertia rides and riddles me the which is called philosophy.
She is a cerebral type as well as some really kick-ass stuff, which is wonderful on literature. It's called a pig's eye view of literature.
She has wit
Yeah.
with pathos, which is a really interesting combination, I think.
What do you like about her, Victor?
Ah, she's brutally honest.
Yes.
Apparently her life was largely disappointing, but she could always get a laugh out of it, as Sandra said. So, you may as well laugh and cry about it, as somebody said in a history play. And she did both, I guess.
She did.
Though there's another one called Surprise, if I could share, which is really more upbeat in a gloomy way. Do you have time for that?
Oh,
It's about
especially
8 lines.
upbeat in a gloomy way. This is such a wonderful weaving together of sadness before joy, which is always the routine. Never joy before, never, help me out.
This is what I often said to my students
Your
and to
students.
people who would listen.
Okay.
Joy and grief are always holding hands.
Oh, even better.
They're always holding hands.
So this poem is called Surprise, and it's transitional, I suppose, in relation to our theme.
Okay.
My heart went fluttering with fear lest you should go and leave me here to beat my breast and rock my head and stretch me sleepless on my bed. Ah, clear they see, and true they say that one shall weep and one shall stray. For such is love's unvarying law. I never thought, I never saw that I should be the first to go. How pleasant that it happens so.
She really had a downhill slide. I pulled out several books from the library because I wanted to delve deeply. I love her. In fact, when I said earlier, here comes Dorothy Parker, I thought
Hardly.
for a minute it was the young, not so young lady in front of Stop and Shop yesterday that I actually said to her, "You look just like Dorothy Parker." And she was a lady in her 70s and only about 5'1" and had the hat to die for from the 20s and 30s. And she, oh, thank you so very much. She was as polite as Miss Flight in Dickens' book, Bleak House. Oh, dear Miss Flight. Oh, and she reminded me so many of literary characters, but she had a Dorothy Parker hat, and enunciation. And I said, "Oh, dear lady, thank you." Then she followed me. And out she comes to the car, and she has a little notebook. And I said, "Oh, by the way, are you local enough to stop into tomorrow to make an appearance?"
I was just gonna
I thought
say.
this was the lady.
Right.
I'm truly saying this. Her name is Judith, and she is, I thought she was a newspaper reporter. You know, I have to fly to a camera or a reporter if there's one on the premises. I'm awful. Anyway, that's a little aside. Anyway, I thought for a moment it was she coming in the door, and that would have been the treat.
That would have been a lot better.
No, she would never have been as vociferous as you about certain things. Anyway, more Dorothy, now that I'm,
I'll tell you how Dorothy Parker helped me once,
oh,
long after her death. I worked in a place in the 90s and sometimes palled around with a woman named Marcia who was about 10 years older.
yeah,
And a bunch of us were going into a meeting. Marcia was walking ahead of me. A younger man stepped aside and said to Marcia, "Age before beauty." So I said to him,
Oh my gosh.
"Girls before swine,"
oh,
which is a Dorothy Parker comeback.
oh.
Boy, the look I got from him.
Oh, Victor, that's so perfect because I'm the old gentleman who says, age before beauty as I go in first. And the lady comes out with the biggest smile, and you know, as long as I get it right.
Well, yeah.
in my dotage and my slippery brain. Oh, I'm having such fun with Dory Parker. But I loved her so much with that spirit of feisty.
So what did she say when you asked her, would she come on? Did she say maybe?
She actually said nothing, but she thought about it.
Okay.
Because we were so engaged for 20 minutes in the deepest conversation over Dorothy Parker and her knowledge and my knowledge. And folks out there, stop and talk to your neighbors, especially in the Stop and Shop parking lot
Or at the CVS pharmacy,
or the CVS pharmacy. Amen.
right?
It's so beautiful on a day like today, because the sadness, we only spent 3 minutes at the beginning of the show, because this is April Fool's. And Victor, your intro on that is so perfect. Like, in this lugubrious week, we have a bright jester's hat
Jester.
in the most beautiful colors combined. Oh, dear Sandra, here you are. Oh, break time. But Victor, you're giving me the best of your Dorothy Parker. You got another one?
Oh, let's see. Not real handy, I'm afraid.
Well, we'll wait till after break.
I've got a longish one, the little old lady in lavender silk, if you want that.
No,
That's
we'll,
more upbeat.
we'll wait toward the end. This is going to be a Dorothy show, because here she sits.
Hardly, but
Yeah,
okay.
in channel. And you know, channeling is sometimes one of the best evocations. And you're talented in so many ways. This could do wonders for a pig's eye view of literature. Because if I have some of those quotes, which you might enjoy reading with me.
We might delve in the second half.
Together. So, as we say, it's going to be a short break, but do take advantage of it, 3 minutes, and do come back. And oh, the color of the background in this set is like perfection. And Emily pulled it off, because we went from your color green on the walls to rosy red cheeks. Yeah. Okay, come back. Art of Poetry, 59. We'll be here. Thank you, Mike.
One of the most common cons this time of year is the utility scam. A bad actor may call or text you claiming to be with the utility company and threaten to turn off your electricity, saying you haven't paid your bill. They may also try to steal your money and sensitive personal information through a fake home energy assessment. This ruse often includes a phony credit check, which requires you to hand over your banking information and even your social security number. They may claim they can save you money on your energy bills if you buy their discounted equipment, but all you'll get is a big credit card bill. Always check with your utility company before letting someone into your home. Even if they're wearing credentials, they may be fake. Also, utility companies won't call or text you out of the blue threatening to turn off the lights. And while they do energy assessments, you have to set them up ahead of time. They don't just send people knocking on doors. For more information on how to protect yourself, visit Better Business Bureau at bbb.org. And to report a scam, visit bbb.org/scam-tracker.
Oh, let's rewind just for a minute and do a little sadness before joy. We can do that.
Is it Edna St. Vincent Millay?
It is.
I knew it. I felt it. The second you picked that book up, I felt it was Edna St. Vincent Millay.
Did you smell it?
I did
It's
not.
ancient.
Is it a fig from thistles?
I don't know, but the date is ancient. Harper and Brothers, publishers, New York and London. Oh, wine from these grapes. And oh, whose lips these are that, oh, a little sadness, a little history.
But she had that Dorothy Parker swagger herself also.
She has the Dorothy Parker swagger. Oh, and the chutzpah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the feistiness.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, they were sort of cut from the same era.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the cultural background.
The milieu that they were in.
Oh.
And also a fairly complicated, difficult growing up.
That's so key.
Remember that?
Yes, I
About
do.
her, yeah.
I do. And Victor, are you familiar with anything about Edna St. Vincent Millay besides the fact that her name comes from St. Vincent's Hospital, New York, where she was born?
Oh, I was just reading a really old paperback volume of her work. Yes, right.
Cool. And
Yeah, she wrote short, very conventional but technically skilled poems, right?
That's so
Back to the sonnet.
Back to the sonnet. Yes, two. So very good. We three in thunder, lightning, and in rain.
We were very merry.
We were very merry, and on the same page. Sonnet. You're a sonneteer beyond anybody I know.
Aw.
So beautiful, so brilliant. And you do remember, Victor, you were on our sonnet show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I remember well, yeah.
just this full one.
Got it.
Thank you. Oh,
Sonnet. Time that renews the tissues of this frame, that built the child and hardened the soft bone, taught him to wail, to blink, to walk alone, state, question, wonder, give the world a name, forget the watery darkness whence he came, attends no less the boy to manhood grown, brings him new raiment, strips him of his own. All skins are shed at length, remorse, even shame. Such hope is mine, if this indeed be true. I dread no more the first white hair, the first white in my hair, or even age itself, the easy shoe, the cane, the wrinkled hands, the special chair. Time, Doing this to me may alter too my sorrow into something I can bear.
You read that brilliantly, as you would, but that is so heartfelt, and you read it so much with heart. It's so beautiful in your voice.
It's so beautiful. The poem, I was just on another online program last night that I co-host on the West Coast. We were talking about how really time is poetry's chief subject. You know, love, death, you know, all of that, the changing of the seasons. There's actually an amazing, another sonneteer, Marilyn Hacker. I don't know if you're
I do.
Love, Death, and the Changing of the Seasons is one of her
Connecticut.
books.
Yeah.
And I just feel like time is the chief subject of poetry. Everything, it's the umbrella, everything else falls under the umbrella. So I love that she's really addressing time. Time. She just states it and then she moves through its movements. And her turns in her sonnets, her enjambment, her breaks, everything.
Everything.
Just exquisite.
You really capture her. I do have a memory of being a kid. Victor, I don't know if you ever discovered Edna St. Vincent Millay's Renaissance. You know, a takeoff on Renaissance, I'm sure, but Renaissance is the way we pronounced it in the Academy, and she wrote it at 25, and I first read it when I was 26, 27, and I started crying because it was the most beautiful thing I had ever read, and I couldn't imagine hearing it, but it was so stunning when I was 26 that it opened me up. It's the first poem that opened my soul to the depth of poetry. And it was Edna St. Vincent Millay.
Amazing.
You know? And she wrote it when she was 25, and she was a meteor from that moment and just blasted. But back to Dorothy. Sisters in a way.
I think so.
I love it.
You know, maybe like I think not necessarily always in their sensibilities, but again, you know, that kind of yin yang thing that can happen. And I do feel like they were in conversation.
Beautifully said. I would like to hear another Victor's choice of whatever Dorothy is just hanging out there. I wanted to finish my thought and put a coda on what the end of her life is. So I've had 8 books out from Dorothy Parker of the library, and one of them was the unpublished poems of Dorothy Parker, which intrigued me. And also, I wondered about the negativity that started to bubble up in such a vitriolic way in the verses. And I was stunned with her range, you know? From lighthearted fun and wordplay.
To like sharp.
Oh, and bitter.
Sharp and
And
bitter.
the end of there's a whole book, and it was all expressly from the start, her identifying all her negative feelings addressed to, just hundreds of people and subject. So Victor, with that, I think that was our quick run through of her life. What else struck you from Dorothy before we get to a pig's eye view of literature?
Well, remember, you're talking to someone living in a town that was originally called Pig's Eye Landing.
Oh, wouldn't you
St.
know
Paul,
it?
Minnesota was originally called Pig's Eye Landing. There was a French-Canadian bootlegger with a deformed eye. His name was Pierre Parent.
Oh,
and he had a deformed eye, so he was called Pig's Eye.
Oh,
And they
wow.
found we have to have something nicer to call this town besides that, so a French priest suggested St. Paul.
oh, now there is a tidbit of choice that is so delicious.
That's even better than like trivia.
Yes,
Like,
it's
it's
so-
like beyond trivia.
You nailed that one. You just shot that one right out of the sky. I can't
And we
believe
still have Pig's Eye Lake.
you have Pig's Eye Lake. I love it.
Close to
Oh,
downtown, it's it's a heron rookery too. Good place for bird watchers. If you don't drown in the muck. Yep.
Oh, wow.
you're definitely up for this show. So where did Pig's Eye originally come from? Is it a 20s kind of thing or a 30s?
Oh no, before 1850.
Okay, so in a Pig's Eye, I've heard my father say that, or maybe he said another part of the anatomy. I don't know. What was it? Where did it come from? In a Pig's Eye, meaning, what is Dorothy up to saying a Pig's Eye view of literature? What is she saying?
I think we'll have to. I think we'll have to Google that off the air.
Okay, let's Google it off the air. So whatever, not the long poem, please, but and anything else, or 4 lines from the long poem.
Oh, there's okay, lyric is the shorter of the two that I have,
Good,
and that's a little more upbeat with
Good.
a bite.
good,
Are you ready? Here we go.
good, we're ready.
How the arrogant iris would wither and fade if the soft summer dew never fell, and the timid arbutus that hides in the shade would no longer make fragrant the dell. All the silver-flecked fishes would languish and die, were it not for the foam-spangled streams. Little brooks could not flow without rain from the sky, nor a poet get on without dreams. If the blossoms refuse their pale honey, the bees must in idleness hunger and pine. For the moss cannot live when it's torn from the trees, nor the waxen globed mistletoe twine. Were it not for the sunshine, the birds wouldn't sing, and the heavens would never be blue. But of all nature's works, the most wonderful thing is how well I get on without you.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, that's Dorothy. She's got it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
She knows how to say goodbye to the gentleman caller. Isn't it wonderful? Victor, do you remember Ogden Nash and some of his?
When I was driving, when I was thinking about today, Ogden Nash was one of the people I was thinking of.
I'm so happy.
Yep.
And Ogden Nash is so wonderful with the short, quippy.
He wrote limericks and he stayed within the metrical count, which he never did with any of his other poems.
And
With
he,
his other poems going way, way beyond the number of prescribed syllables was his gimmick. But there's one, I think I have it for display. It really should be seen as well as read.
oh, great.
Ogden Nash, Connecticut.
Ogden
And
Nash,
it's about Connecticut, more or less.
Connecticut, more or less. And this is wonderful. Oh, right on cue. This is quite amazing. And you know, we've now entered the very lighthearted part of light poetry.
So if it could be displayed, that's the white print on a black background, if Emily can find it.
Okay,
But I'll just go ahead with it and try to read it the way he wrote it. There it is.
there it
There was a
is.
brave girl of Connecticut who flagged the express with her petticoat, which her elders defined as presence of mind, but deplorable absence of etiquette.
Oh, I like that one.
Amazing.
Oh, and wouldn't you know it, Ogden Nash and limericks.
Yeah,
Wow.
they say there are quite a few of them. I haven't found many, but yeah, that was. And it's got local color too, more or less.
And Victor, I need to share with Sandra the fact that you are a wonderful reciter of poetry simply from memory, because as you said so often to me in our just cahooting together, your memory, it's retaining all these poems that you either worked on or taught. So, do you have any in your compendium of Ogden
Well,
Nash?
I've got some two-line gags from Alexander Pope, which is not too impressive for memory,
Ooh.
but let's see. Oh, yes. Have you ever seen old headstones with STTL on them?
No.
That's an abbreviation of the Latin phrase which means, may the earth rest lightly upon you. Well, Alexander Pope wrote an epitaph for an architect, any architect you want. And it just went 2 lines. Lie heavily on him, earth, for he laid many a heavy load on thee.
Whoa. And who wrote that?
Alexander Pope.
Alexander Pope.
Good old Pope.
Wow.
And I think you corrected me one day way back about some wonderful quote I had in mind, and I thought I misattributed it to somebody else, and you said, no, that was Alexander Pope's. So your indelible memory is just infallible. And that's,
No, it's failed. It's failed, and I'm 83, so it'll fail some more. Oh, and he wrote another one too. You know, I'm sure you've heard this one. He found out that the Prince of Wales kept a
my
little
favorite.
dog at Kew, a
My
London suburb.
favorite poem of Alexander. Yeah.
Yeah, it says, I am His Highness's dog at Kew. Pray tell me, sir, whose dog are you?
Precedence in the British society. We got 10 minutes, but we're only getting started.
Oh my gosh, we're just ramping
so,
up.
Ogden Nash says, the porcupine. Any hound a porcupine nudges can't be blamed for harboring grudges. I know one hound that laughed all winter at a porcupine that sat on a splinter. That's, I don't know, that has a good quality to it. Was that his tenor, his sense of a little satire, biting, no pun intended. Oh, second limerick? Ready? Oh, your hat is just so gorgeous. It does things.
Listen, when you're on a monitor, it's hard not to be upstage, so this is
You got it, man. He's got it right.
And when you have the gesture, when you've got the gesture cap on, that's it.
Second limerick. A cook named McMurray got a raise in a hurry from his Hindu employer by favoring curry.
it's not a little. Back to different.
Yeah, so on from Ogden to, wouldn't you know it, John Updike?
John Updike.
He's a crafty fellow, and he was hiding under his lights all of these wonderful lighter verse, especially toward the end of his life. Give us a short one.
Okay, here's a short one called Sunday Rain.
Oh, John Updike.
John Updike.
What a guy.
Just 5 lines.
Oh.
5 short lines. Sunday Rain. The window screen is trying to do its crossword puzzle, but appears to know only vertical words.
Oh, you little clever devil.
Right?
He's a marvelous writer.
Really clever.
Not to mention the novels, but here he goes at the end of his life. There's a whole collection of the light poetry of Updike. Oh, you got another one?
I love the title of this one, particularly. It's called The Grief of Cafeterias.
Oh, yes.
Do you know it?
No?
Okay. Everyone's sitting alone with sorrow, overcoats on. The ceiling was stamped of tin and painted over and over. The walls are newer and never matched. Salisbury Steak Special, $1.65. After whiffs of Art Deco chrome, and the space is as if the space of the old Grand Railroad terminals had been cut up, boxcarred out, and reused. Soup, salad, and sandwich, $1.29. Nobody much here. The happiness of that, at least, of vacancy, mopped. Behind cased food, in Hopper Light, the servers attend to each other forever.
Oh, vacancy.
Vacancy.
Oh, what a valence to that word vacancy.
And I love
Oh, I feel it.
bringing in Hopper, the
Oh,
Art
yes.
Deco.
All of the connections.
And all of
And
the, I can see my grandfather was a grocer, actually, in Massachusetts. I can see those old butcher papered, like the signs, hand-painted signs of the specials. And I particularly love the font used.
Oh,
Anytime I've seen any depiction of a grocer, like a grocer sign, not a gross sign, a grocery sign. So it's not grocer or grossest, it's a grocery sign.
Got it.
A grocery sign, it's always in like the small lowercase, uppercase font
yeah.
to distinguish it from the regular type. And so you see it in this poem, Salisbury Steak Special, $1.65.
Oh, yeah.
And I just, I love that you see the dollar sign, and I can just see the picture of it. But to think about cafeterias and even like the automat,
Oh,
the automat brings me joy.
you must have tried the automat sometime.
A couple of times, yeah, cheap way to eat in New York when they were still around.
Yeah.
Wasn't it fun though?
Amazing.
Yeah.
The automat.
And makes me think of other things, but you've got him right. Oh, I think since we're winding down, we've got to keep rolling with, I'm still looking for a pig's eye view of literature, which may or may not appear, but there is the cat book, and didn't you see something that was appealing?
I saw something that was appealing only because of this, like the silent era of the Marx Brothers.
Oh,
So, there's some humor there, a little bit of slapstick. And this is if you can imagine this is a poem by Jack Kerouac, and one of the great Beats, writing a poem about Harpo Marx.
how good is
That's
that?
like too irresistible.
May I flash the book?
Yes,
because
please
this is
flash the book.
This is so treasurable. You won't believe this. This is, and we are down to 4 minutes.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Lights, camera, poetry. American movie poems. Come on. This is a whole show. And I have
That's a whole show. That book is a whole show.
I have the fellow for it. Only he's been so debilitated with illnesses over the last 2 years. He is a former radio announcer for Bridgeport PKN. Oh my God. All the 50s, 60s, and 70s songs.
Perfect.
And every movie he's ever known.
Perfect.
Oh God. So he's promised to do a whole show based on lights, camera, and poetry.
Wow. Well, shall we save Harpo Marx for him?
Maybe yes. But I wanted to bring that up because, holy cow, Jack Kerouac.
That's what I'm saying.
And who else? Robert Lowell? Oh, but no, you got to read a few Robert Lowell lines on
Okay.
Harpo Marx. Come on.
Oh my gosh, another Harpo Marx.
Another Harpo.
Here we go. Okay.
Harpo.
Robert Lowell.
Oh no, there's Harpo right there
Harpo
with the hat
Marx.
on. Harpo.
Harpo.
You appeared.
Oh my gosh. Perfect.
He's performing. Harpo was performing. I knew it was in you.
Robert Lowell writing about Harpo Marx.
Come on.
Harpo Marx.
It's too good.
Harpo Marx, your hands white feathered the harp. The only words you ever spoke were sound. The movie's not always the sick man of the arts. Yours touched the stars. Harpo, your motion picture is still life, unchanging, not nature dead. You dumbly memorized an unwritten script. I saw you first 2 years before you died. A black and white fall near 5th in Central Park.
Oh my God.
Old blonde hair, too blonder, old eyes, too young. Movie trucks and 5 police trucks, wheel to wheel, like covered wagons.
Oh my God.
The crowd as much or little. I wish I had knelt. I aged to your wincing smile, like Dante's movie, the great glistening wheel of life, the genius happy, a generic actor.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. That's a well-deserved reading of that for them because you brought it to life. And they were there. Oh my gosh. But Robert Lowell?
Robert
What gets
Lowell,
better
Harpo
than this?
Marx?
Yeah, come on. So, in 1 minute, Victor, we must turn to our student watchers. Oh, dear students, lines from Walt Whitman. Overhead the sun. Excerpts, little snippets from Walt, who meanders mentally and also in his lines all over the
A
world.
little bit, just a little bit.
Afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Now I see the secret of the making of the best persons. It is to grow in the open air and to eat and sleep with the earth. Vintage Walt Whitman, huh?
Earthy,
Very nice.
very earthy, very
students.
grounded.
Oh, dear students in school in 6th grade,
The sixth
where you
graders.
just came from.
I did.
And I bet you did them justice.
Well, they did all of us justice. We were with the Old Saybrook middle schoolers, and we were doing blackout and/or found erasure poetry. And today they were teaching us how to do it.
And they didn't throw erasers at you.
No, they did
No.
not. No, they were beautiful.
Dear Sandra, it's a wrap. I thank you very, very much. Oh, we got chuckles out of Victor, too. I mean, it's just,
The master. The master.
these shows are so darn good, you know? And it's because, I don't know, I'm so much more ebulliently joyful because of the poetry, because it just gets to me. I'm so glad that you shared it with me and today's joy, but we didn't give full shrift to sadness, and that's a good thing, because we really need a show like this in
Little.
the middle of the Lugar.
Yeah, a little uplift,
Oh God, do
or a lot of
If you're
uplift.
really sad, go to a Holy Week service.
Yep. He's got it.
That was available.
You are such a joker at heart, too.
How did you get the hat?
Where's the hat from?
Costume shop on White Bear Avenue in Maplewood, Minnesota.
That's fantastic.
It's a wrap.
Really amazing.
We have to amuse ourselves during these long winters.
Oh, don't we?
Oh, it's. I think it's actually the best jester hat I've ever seen.
It's a winner.
Okay.
And you wrote, oh, and the shirt and the tie.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, you're
Perfect.
so good. I feel like doing a two-step, but I won't because I'm unsteady.
The next group's coming in. Yes. Is there?
And you hear this song today, just remember there is love for you in every a reflection on the sound. When I'm really looking, I can hear you